Let me know as soon as it pops up on your screen as well. We're live. Okay. You play the music. We are live. Ooh, look at that. Get straight into the intro music. All right, boom.
The trouble with us is we're in a rut. Too much work, no play. We don't take time to see our old friends.
Yes, not so many of our old friends left, Michael.
Intro. Yo, what is good, people? Ben from Lover of Tech, and we are live. Yes, people, welcome to your Monday Night Tech and Chill Show Unplugged, where we are going to be talking about 3 days, 72 hours later, with, of course, the dynamic peninsula, the dynamic island, the dynamic pill that is the iPhone 14 Pro in the gold color. We've got that here right now. We're going to be streaming and we're going to be talking about my 3-day experience with it since getting it Friday launch day. We've been going knee deep into testing and you've been seeing it, and we are here. Let's go, people. I'm hyped for this one. It's going to be a good one. And you know how the live streaming event goes for your Monday night. We're going to have some fun with it, man. We're going to get detailed, but we're going to still try and keep it within the 1 hour because there's still a lot to process, a lot more to do that we need to get down, crack, and do. But yeah, man, really, really happy to be in here. Please, 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 please share this out to your socials on Twitter. Let your friends and family know we are live if they're interested in this topic, as well as all things consumer tech related. And as you know, Lover of Tech is all about bringing enthusiasm to tech. We're going to be bringing a lot of that tonight. For sure, for sure, for sure. Audio check, volume, as well as the video quality, as we should be streaming live in crispy 4K UHD. So if you've got the capacity and the device, select hide in 1080p. Go up to 1440p, all the way up to 2160p for the crispiest live stream on Tech YouTube. Whoo! Feedback, please drop the feedback, as I do see everyone in the chat, which does indeed get your homeboy hyped and ready to go. Right, let's see. And it says, I'm happy to see you again. So am I. Thank you for joining your Monday Night Tech and Chill Show Unplugged. Hello, hello, hello. Dabin, come on. Yes, the man, the fire, the dragon, Jimmy. What's good? What's good? Thank you for coming through. Let's go. Yo, what's good? And the man himself, technically T, that never, ever, 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 ever. I'm channeling my inner Smokey from Friday right now. Ever. Mrs. with entering and being first in the chat and always showing support with the direct support with the $20 super chat, my bro. I appreciate you coming through as per usual. I've been seeing your messages, but you know, yeah, I've got a young protege that's in here that's been helping me out, you know, showing him the ropes of a true day in the life of what a tech YouTuber is all about and doing stuff what we need to be doing. So I've been a bit busy on the rope, so we're definitely gonna have our catch up, bro. But I see the message, I'll respond properly. I'm liking what I'm seeing, but again, as per usual, I always like to let the super chat marinate and show that appreciation. Thank you for the direct donation to Lover of Tech, baby. How we all doing? We're doing good. We're hyped, man. We're hyped. We're in this. We're ready to get it in, man. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. And that's the man himself, people. Cobby's in the house, man. He's actually here right now. He's actually here right now. He's actually here right now. He's been spending the day with me. We've been doing a lot of, recording and stuff, and hopefully he's been having a lot of fun as well. So he's in the background. He's kind of technical at the minute. So yeah, you'll probably see him moving around here and there. But don't worry, I'm not being run upon. He's here. He's helping, man, which I really do appreciate. Boom. So we've got here Jimmy Fire T. Hey, what up, what up, what up? What's up, Pat's Tech? Welcome. Axe Tech Talk. What's good? What's up, everyone? Good to see you in here. And the Android himself, Mr. Bailey, Portland, Jamaica in the building. Of course it had to be, man. The next MKBHD, bro. I love your channel. Brad C, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate it, man. That's a big compliment coming from you. Thank you. And yeah, I'm going to keep pushing, man, and bring my own flavor and bring my own side to the tech scene as well. Yes, how we doing? We're doing good. We're doing good. We're doing good. We're doing well. We're doing well. Of course, you've got the dynamic island up in here with the iPhone 14 Pro. We haven't done the top down for this one. Everything's going to be quite quick and dirty. But as always, we like to still keep it nice, high quality, and fresh to death for you also. Don't watch. We got ya. We got ya. We got ya. And it's been an interesting set of events using this iPhone 14 Pro. That is for sure. That is 100% for sure. So we're going to break it down and really talk about it and let it be and see what's up and wagwan, which is going to be a very, very interesting one. So yes, whew, man, where do we even begin? Where do we even begin? Definitely, man, it's going to be a very, very fun and interesting one. Where do we even begin? Yes, it's been 72 hours. Yes, I received my iPhone 14 Pro. So check the always on display though. Come on. You got to rate me, innit? Like that TikTok is kind of bagging. Yeah, we're going to switch it up. We're going to put this on this one for now, to make it seem familiar. Yeah, the always fully on display, always dim display, always on display, right? Obviously, you see my solution for it. Cool. So I pretty much did receive my iPhone 14 Pro end of day, 6 p.m. UK time. I did my best to get the unboxing out, kind of added a bit of flair to it. And I genuinely speaking, that unboxing was not clickbait. We're going to go through our content recap, but I did say that your Samsung fanboy is switching to iPhone 14 Pro. Goodbye, Android. And I meant that because I never the last time I upgraded my main phone number on an iPhone on my carrier network was the iPhone 10. Any other phone that I've owned that was an iPhone 10s Max, iPhone 12 Pro Max, and now the 14 Pro, those ones before in between have always been on my third line. That's not even like the main line, right? The second line is the business line. Then I've got a personal line, and I've just got one spare that I kind of give it to my friends and family that come overseas that need a local SIM. And I put the phone on that one. So it's never really been a phone that I've taken seriously. And don't get me wrong, I've had support from carrier networks like Vodafone sending devices in. So I've had a chance to use, the iPhone 12 mini, the iPhone 12, the iPhone 12 Pro, and also the iPhone 13 mini, the iPhone 13, iPhone 13 Pro, and 13 Pro Max. I've been knee deep in using iPhones for a long time, right? But this is one where I'm really committing to. And shout out to Move to iOS. They've made it easy for us here in the rest of the world that don't depend on iMessage. I was actually able to migrate all of my WhatsApp messages, including media, to iOS. And it looks to be a way within WhatsApp that you can do it back to Android as well. That was such a relief for me. The migration process was so much easier from Android to iOS, and taking it from someone that used to sell mobile phones in store, where back in my day, I feel I'm sounding old now. We never had that kind of access and utility, and it really stopped people from switching from one platform to another, not being able to do a full migration with your instant messaging application. So the iPhone 14 Pro is my main device with my personal number, the device that I depend on the most. So this is one where I'm really giving a shot this time after half a decade since the iPhone 10. And it's been very, very interesting using this iPhone. And in a lot of ways, from what we've experienced with the iPhone 13 Pro, it's right at home, but with my almost 1 week later review that's coming up, that we finished recording today, there's some outdoor B-roll. I'm excited for this one to come out, man. Trust me. This phone, I feel like resets things for iOS again, just like what the iPhone 10 did. In a lot, and it cuts across the board evenly, where it's a good thing, it's an in-between, it's a bad, and we're gonna pretty much talk about what my initial experience has been since using it. And of course, you've seen some individual tests already that should give you an indication of where my general consensus of my review, after I've done other tests that I've got lined up already, is gonna be like for the iPhone 14 Pro. So watch out, stick around. And you know me, when I'm hitting back to back with the content, it don't stop, and we keep it high quality and we keep it coming heavy. So yeah, no doubt. Let me jump back into the comment section just to acknowledge everyone, to make sure that we're saying hi to everyone. Everyone's going good. Trust me, man. You know me, I love my Monday night Tech and Chill Show Unplugged. We get to have some fun. Glad to be helping as well, man. I'm happy you are in here, young blood. Hello, folks. What's good tech for your needs? Free lines. How long is the challenge? It's as long as it can go. It's as long as honestly, it's a big deal for me to upgrade my personal number on an iPhone. I've never done that. The last time I did that properly was the iPhone 10. So we're gonna see. Everyone else watching the Q tutorial? Yep, we've been watching it all day. Blessings, Mr. Jeff Hill. What's good? Yes. It's been a long time, Ben. Last using an iPhone, yeah, half a decade, as in solely using it as my main dependent device that isn't just for testing, but actual for usage. Goodness sake, I've gone as far as setting up Apple Pay. My debit and my credit cards are on Apple Pay. I'm using it. All my logins for like everything. I did a full switch. I did a full switch, not a partial switch for testing, a full switch, and it's been such a weird experience for me at the moment, man. So I'm just taking it as it comes, working with it as it comes, and yeah, let's see. It's gonna be a very interesting one. So yeah, until the S23 line comes out, man, we've got the Pixel 7 Pro coming out on the 6th of October. What we're talking about. Love your vibe. Great people equals great tech. Absolutely. And the vibe is always about bringing enthusiasm to tech. That's why I get so happy, and I actually showcase that as much as I can. Righty ho. Camera number 2, iPhone 14 Pro. What do I mean about this resets things for Apple, right? Let's start from the outside and work our way in, as we like to do. The design. If you have been very familiar with the design language from the iPhone 12 series, right, it feels right at home. That is something that has not changed one bit, and that's not a bad thing. Again, we unfortunately still have a lightning port, which is butt cheeks. But why? Like, why? I'm telling you, the way this caught me out, yeah. Just like, I really cannot wait for this port to go. Apple, you got to at least give us one dagnabbit generation USB-C based iPhone. Please let that just be next year, because Lightning port is dead. Can't deal with this thing, man. So the design is nice. The weight is nice. 6.1 inches. Now, do I wish I went with the deep purple? I mean, I've seen the deep purple iPhone 12 Pro Max in person, and it is nice. I will not lie, it is nice. But again, I'm personally going through a phase where I'm just tired of these dark muted colors. I'm really just bored of them. I really want something that looks a bit outstanding and out there, especially for when I'm doing product shots. But even just for me, like if you look back at the S22 Plus and S22, that's in the pink gold color, and I have thoroughly enjoyed those colors, right? I'm just in the mood for just more vibrancy. All the darkness and stuff, I'm already in dark mode, people. Come on, man, allow me. But the design is really nice. Apple subjectively has my favorite matte frosted finish on any smartphone. You know, the camera bump is bigger. You don't really notice that it's bigger next to the iPhone 13 Pro, but it is bigger. But the stainless steel rails, yes, it makes it feel like a piece of jewelry, but we just want a matte finish, just like what we have on the normal numbered series non-pro devices. Yes, they're using aluminium, or as my North American brothers and sisters say, aluminum. But still, the matte finish is just better. But again, this feels right at home when it comes to what we know for the design language from the iPhone 12. Next, the display. Oh my goodness. And this really is what sets things differently for what Apple have done. This resets everything like what the iPhone 10 did, and both in a good way and in a bad way, and in between, right? Technicals. This is a slightly higher than 1080p resolution. I can't remember offhand, but this is slightly higher resolution than what we have on the iPhone 13. Not by much, but it is. 6.1 inches. It's a flat display. Thank you, Apple, for being the only one that puts flat panels on high-end flagship devices. The bezels are ever so slightly thinner, but not really noticeable enough to really notice that, yeah, it is, unless you're side by side eyeballing it. It's a ProMotion adaptive 120 hertz display. Not just any 120 hertz display. This is the second generation LTPO2 generation display, meaning that it can go all the way up to 120 hertz and down to 1 hertz. There's a catch though. That 1 hertz only works on the always dim display. Oh, honestly, I feel like Apple attacks me every time I don't call it an always on display. Fine, it's an always on display. Maybe it's a fully on display. Oh, again. Fine, Apple, I will call it an always on display. That's where it works. But on a technical level, the brightness, 1000 nits sustain, 1600 in HDR, and a colossal 2000 nits. I experienced that yesterday on a bright sunny day. That 2000 nits is flipping clutch. And next to the standard form factor 6.1 inch Galaxy S22, this is definitively the best display I've ever used in a 6.1 inch form factor. Period. It might not be the case for the iPhone 12 Pro, the 14 Pro Max in terms of a big screen, because you've got phones like the S22 Ultra to deal with S Pen support, a true 1440p display, and also all the flexibility that comes with that. But at 6.1 inches, ain't no phone coming close to how damn good the display experience is here on the iPhone 14 Pro. It is so good. What are some of the things I want to take away? I wish there was an in-display fingerprint sensor. I much prefer in-display fingerprint sensors, especially the second generation one, ultrasonic. Face ID works really well. Still not my preferred method of biometric unlock. I do prefer a fingerprint sensor. But it is the dynamic island, people. Of course, we had to get there. We needed to get there. And so I don't get copyrighted. I'm going to play music and then swoosh. Oh, it's the dynamic swish, baby. There it is. It's the dynamic island. Of course it is. Apple had to name the notch. They had to. They could not help themselves but to name the notch. And don't get me wrong, it's slick. The animations are butter. You can go into the, app switching and still interact with it. It's a very interesting and very clever take. Yes, this is what resets everything. This resets everything for Apple, like what the all-screen iPhone 10 did, where we had to learn how to navigate the phone with gestures. The dynamic island, 2 words, 5 syllables. It's a mouthful, and it's just the wrong name for it. This is the touch bar for the iPhone. 2 separate words that can become 1, 2 syllables, much easier to explain to someone. If you remember the touch bar changed and morphed based on what you were opening, what you were using, without you having to touch it. But of course, it was a touch bar, meaning you could touch it. Is this not the same thing? It is the same thing. This is the touch bar for the iPhone. But Apple wanting to be so fancy, They decided to call it the dynamic island. It's really the touch bar. If they were going to reuse the MagSafe name for what isn't necessarily MagSafe, why not just reuse it as the touch bar? But again, I digress. Fancy marketing to get us talking about it, as per usual. But it is very interesting, right? Showing the album artwork, being able to literally touch and interact. I do agree with some other people that one touch should open up the widget rather than pressing and hold. Right? That's something I have to highly agree with. And it is very interesting. Now, is this the definite reason to get it? No. This, I don't want to downplay the potential and the cleverness of it, but that's what it is. It's a clever cover up for a display interruption, a display impairment, a display dimple, a visual interruption. This is making the notch useful. And that's a nice, clever touch. But unfortunately, it means, unlike the notch when you could say that, oh, I forget it, I don't remember it being there anymore. The dynamic island will make you know that it's there 24/7. You cannot unsee the thing. It's in your face every single damn time, whether it's doing. No. Just cut. Damn. We're reconnected. I think we're reconnected. Apologies. I think we're back. You will notice this dynamic pill, dynamic notch, dynamic island. It's in your face. It's positioned lower. It eats into more of your content, the shape of it. But the problem with the dynamic island is the fact that you don't know when it works and when it should work. Notifications don't work with it. If you're in the timer, for example, the timer works for it. The stopwatch doesn't. Right? It's in this weird limbo place of we don't know what works and we don't know what doesn't work, right? It's a very, very odd thing at the minute in terms of how it works and how it doesn't work. And that's going to be down to Apple and third party with their API allocation on how they're going to make that work. And this is, again, the reset button. That next to this, the always on display. I'm sorry. If overdoing it was a person, it would be Apple in this situation. I get they're trying to justify it based on the fact that we waited for LTPO generation 2 so we can go all the way down to 1 hertz to do it. We've managed screen burn and it fades and transitions. Apple, you literally took the word always on display literally. You then pretty much gave it a fully on display and made it just dimmer by making an always dim display. It's an ADD FOD, not an AOD display. I'm just sorry. It just really isn't. It's bright. It's too bright. It's too distracting. And fine, it looks cool. But honestly, you really didn't need to do that. A more minimalistic approach would have been better. And don't worry, I've got you because I did a short, I did a TikTok that showed that, hey, you can have a very resembling, always on display that you've come to know and love, but still with the Apple touch of the color customization, the fonts, the widgets that keeps it clean and consistent. And I'm pleased to say that the response on social media and TikTok has been a lot better than I was expecting. So, not a good fix or complete fix because you don't have a lock screen wallpaper, but kid you not, I'll rather take this. It's less distracting, it drains less battery, and it behaves more like an always on display. Apple, I'm gonna let you have this one for free. Let us customize the always on display. Within there, give us a toggle to disable the wallpaper. For the ones that care to have the wallpaper on, give us a toggle to put it on. Even if, please forbid, even if that is the only customization option you give us, I'll be happy. But just for on and off, and when it's on, it basically is actually on everywhere. Nah. 5 years since you introduced OLED on your smartphones, and this is what you do? Nah, you missed the mark. I'm sorry. You missed the mark. Performance. Of course, a 14 Bionic chip on the 4 nanometer TSMC process. Great efficiency, great performance. We still have 6 gigabytes of RAM. I think there should have been 8 to differentiate it from the normal numbered version, but it is iOS. It's not going to allow you to do anything like multitasking or any stuff. I'm not much of a mobile gamer, so I can't speak on the thermal performance if there's throttling. But again, Apple have the best system on a chip on the market. The A16 flexes it. You've got a new display engine that's in there, more efficient cores when it comes to the 6-core architecture. GPU is still powerful. It is still a beast. What more can I say? And coming back to iOS as my full main operating system, for everything that's limited in terms of the raw features that I like on my operating system on a smartphone with Android, especially specifically using things like One UI and even Google's Pixel experience, like true multitasking, which, contrary to popular belief, I use all the time, people, especially as a Fold 4 user. I think Google's the only one that comes even near close. This is the smoothest Android. This is the smoothest OS experience on any mobile phone right now. It just is, and it's something I can respect alongside the long-term software support. Hey, iOS 16 works all the way back on the iPhone 8 series from 2017. Let that sink in. So, yeah, we're looking good. We're looking good. Performance, quick, short, and sweet. It is a good one. Camera. I'm going to say this, people, right? I'm going to grab this. I'm going to leave it in there. The video went live. Put a lot of work into it. I'm proud of how it came out, as per usual. Of course, iPhone 14 Pro versus. I'm gonna pin it here, and I'm gonna pin in the chat at the top. Ultimate camera comparison. Please, please, please get your meal, get your popcorn, get your drinks, because hoy, it's a good one. Photos and videos all tested in daylight and low light. And I will say this, that this is probably the biggest reset for Apple next to the display, the UI interaction with the software, because I'll tell you this now, Apple have finally joined the megapixel race, and they still need a bit of, minus Pro RAW and the flexibility that you get with Pro RAW, with the fact that I'll show you in the settings that they give you the option to go into the camera, go into settings, go into formats, and then you've got Pro RAW here that gives you 48 megapixels and 12 megapixel images. The flexibility from Pro RAW is fantastic. For photos, for my skin shade, definitely go watch the camera comparison. There's still work that needs to be done. And we did some shots of the S22 Ultra, which is the next camera comparison that's lined up before the Pixel 6 Pro. Trust me, we are going knee deep. There's work that needs to be done in the standard photography mode because it's a Spider-Man meme moment. That's all I'm going to say. But one thing I will say is video. I'm blown away. This, in terms of the image quality, has to be my favorite video camera on a smartphone. Apple, minus not showcasing 8K, which I'm going to stand by it. I was hoping that we're going to showcase usable 8K with no crop, minimal rolling shutter, and 30 frames a second, HDR, 10-bit, with good stabilization. But for now, I'll let them off. But at 4K, 24, and 30 frames a second video recording mode, in the video portrait cinematic mode, oh, chef's kiss, and a flipping game changer. And I don't mince my words. For video, Apple in a different league, bro. I'm sorry. Even for me, I struggle to admit that, yeah, but for video, Apple are in a different league. Okay, you could say minus 4K 120. That is available on the Sonys. But coming back to it, wow. Action mode at 2.8K at 24, 30, and 60 frames a second. The other competition could never, Never. Video. Oh, just watch a camera comparison because my reaction should be telling you how damn well impressed I am with video. Photos is a bit of a Spider-Man meme moment, but video, ha, yo, if knocking it out of the park was the person, they've tuned it out of the gate. And that gets me seriously hyped for next year when they move to a 3nm process with the A17 Bionic. I kid you not. What Apple are doing here for video on a smartphone, it's a cheat code. Flipping cheat code. Battery life. Okay, battery life has been good. Again, we're still in testing. We're taking it in. I've been getting. Let's go into the battery. Let's go into the battery. Battery life. Okay, we were charging up a little bit because obviously we were there. So as you can see, you know, I did a full test, a full switch retest here. We had about 9 hours of screen on time. And obviously, you know, today as well, we're going. So in terms of the activity here, YouTube, Twitter, you know, I bang out Twitter a lot. Photos, Instagram, TikTok. This has kind of been the usage as we've been going. And yeah, I have to say this 3,200 milliamp hour battery to be having this type of battery life, I'm so glad I went with it. I know the 14 Pro Max is going to be the super battery life king, of course. Definitely go check out Z-Tech Care's battery drain test, which I did alongside my battery charging test, which I'm going to say this right now. Apple have allowed faster charging with 20 watts. Put it this way, my iPhone 13 Pro from last year with 20 watts took an hour and 50 minutes, 50, almost 2 hours to charge to full. That had a 3,095 milliamp hour battery. This has a 3,200 milliamp hour battery. And this charged in less than an hour and a half. I was so shocked to see that. You don't believe me? Go check my ultimate charging test video, 14 Pro Max, 14 Pro, S22 Ultra, and the Z Flip 4. So I can take that. I'm happy to take that. Not spectacular. Don't get it twisted. I'm not trying to make Apple seem like they've done some innovative stuff here, but I'm just surprised that they allowed it to charge 20 to 25 minutes faster than before with the same wattage and a bigger battery. So I'll take that in as per. Whew. But so far, my general consensus after 3 days, 72 hours later with the iPhone 14 Pro, is that this phone has reset things for the iPhone again after 5 years, just like the iPhone 10 did. Now, don't get me wrong. At the core, it is at foundation, iOS and the iPhone we've all come to know and love and expect. But with the camera hardware, the display performance, dynamic island with how iOS 16 behaves, with, you know, just how the pill shape behaves with apps that work, don't work, communicate, this, interactive, having the ability to disable it. So many different questions and answers to it, right? But this resets things, and it's a very, very interesting time for the Pro Series again. And when it comes to the camera, the ceiling for improvement and already showcasing, especially more on the video side, cool. Man, yeah. Yeah. Whew. Broke it down as quickly as I could for you people. Let's jump back into the chat. See Wagwan, see what's good. And yo, we've got almost 50 concurrent viewers in the building. I'm hyped about this, man. I'm hyped about this. Boom. Let's talk. Apple Pay has been clutch for me. Yeah, Apple Pay is good. Apple Pay is a clutch payment system. Yes, been watching the general long time. Long live the Queen, of course. Yes, same great. I wonder, does the UI ever lag when the phone gets hot? I've not had any heating issues yet. I'm not in the hottest country, people. I live in the UK, London. It's very grey. You know, yeah, we don't really get in that deep. Okay, brilliant. What do you think of the? Okay, I'm gonna let you guys talk about look so washed out. It's in a case anyway. Anyone else sees the color unless you have a clear case, which I do. I got a clear case here, people. That's what I've been using. It's in a case anyway, of course, unless you're bold enough to carry the phone naked. Maybe. I'm fed up of curved displays. I am so fed up of curved displays. They need to go on every phone model. Boom, 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 boom. Ray nephew. Ray nephew's gonna have you limping. 12 days of mourning in Jamaica. We can celebrate her life tonight or tomorrow. Ray and hey, my guy. Looking like Ben doesn't want that John Rettinger story, bruh. Like, I don't want the smoke. When people do battery comparisons, do they drop Android screen rest to match the iPhone? Nah, because iPhones is high resolution. So it stays the same, bruh. White tea, coffee. Bailey's on smoke. I like it. I like the energy. New York City, we here. Jason T, what's good? NYC, one of my favorite cities in the world, man. I really fell in love with that place. I can't wait to be back there next year. It's 3:21 p.m. right now in Jamaica. 6-hour difference. Yes, it is indeed. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, 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 yes. Yo, what's good, Mr. Brian R. Pat's Tech saying hello. Next time you call the Dynamic Island a touch bar, Apple's going to drag you to the back of their HQ and shoot you in the foot. Best believe they should really be paying me because I fixed the always on display problem. And really and truly, come on, Apple. Here's a touch bar, right? Don't come after me, though. Whew, just say it like it is, my brother. Of course, man, that's how we call it out. We say it how we do. Yes, people. Thanks for coming through. Samsung Fold 4 wipes the floor of the iPhone 14 Pro, and in my opinion, as a Fold user, I'm gonna be biased and say yes. Rattlegate. What a way to enter the chat. What's good, BG Tech Life? What's good, baby? Jonathan. Talks hardware. Yes. Hey, how are you? How are you too, my friend? Thank you for coming. Yep, thank goodness the 14 Plus is already not doing that well. Well, the 14 Plus is not out yet, and it's not on pre-order yet. The 14 is. You can't pre-order the 14 Plus yet. I hate the shakiness and the tiny sound of the Samsungs. The iPhone is the winner for me. iPhone is doing great. I watched a video about you switch to the iPhone 14 Pro, and absolutely, I did a full on switch, man. All my personal stuff for the first time in 5 years since the iPhone 10 is solely my personal number, not my business line, my personal number, which I solely depend on for most and all that I do is on the iPhone 14 Pro. Yep, iPhone video hands down is the best. It's just in a different league, people. Stabilization. It's just, bro, it's in a different league. I have the S22 Ultra White 256 gig on AT&T, American carrier. Of course, we know. Should I really switch to the iPhone? So jealous of all the Apple stuff. Do not sip the Apple marketing Kool-Aid. You have an S22 Ultra, keep it. You don't need to switch. Please, you don't. We test smartphones for a living, so it's different. We just need USB-C. Damn well straight, we damn well do. Please. True. Yo, what is good? Z Tech Care in the building. Yo, the iPhone 14 Pro is a beast. It is, man. It absolutely is. And definitely go check out Z Tech Care's channel. He doesn't need an introduction. He's one of the OGs on the scene, but he did a great battery drain test. And we knocked it out with a battery charging test as well. Straight after that, man. Been tag teaming back to back, and it's been good. Hit curve displays, same. Hey, yo. Their stream on my Twitter. Share the stream on my Twitter. Appreciate that, man. Thank you. Let me retweet that if you tagged me. If you didn't, that's no problem. Florida here. What's good? Florida in the house. Yes. Boogie Down BX in the house. Yes. I mean, how's it not a touch bar? It is, absolutely. Did you hear about the Vivo X Fold Bring launch to the China? The Fold Plus, I did see. Believe the ROG Phone 6 has the best battery life in any phone. Nah, on Android maybe because of the 6,000 milliamp hour battery cell, but I still think the 14 Pro Max and the 13 Pro Max can take it, in my opinion. Hi, brother. Become a fan since I became a Samsung user, considering going back to Android. Can you notice the audio quality difference since you use different codecs? I haven't tested it yet. I'm going to be getting the AirPods Pro Gen 2 this week, testing it. We're going to get to audio, but in terms of the volume and stuff, it's good. But if you're talking about audio wirelessly listening, haven't tested it yet, so I can't give my full verdict here. iPhone is the last year chip capable of 4K. Yeah. I know. They really can update software-wise and just bring that to the 13 series. especially the 13 series with the 5-core GPU with the 13 Pro, 13 Pro Max. But yeah, 4K video. Oh man, 4K cinematic portrait mode. Lord have mercy. I can always use my S22 as my backup. Yeah, I mean, look, if you can have both, I thought you were gonna get rid of the S22 Ultra. Hey, fam, if you got the bank, you got the buck to have both. Yeah, man, go for the iPhone 14 Pro, but the S22 Ultra on the side, keep it moving and enjoy, man. You like that combo. Cool. Not worth upgrading from the 13 Pro Max. Yeah, no. They're not. They're not. You don't upgrade from the 13 Pro Max unless you particularly care about video. The difference is still big enough. I hate Apple's always on display. Trust me. That's why I made a short video about it and I fixed it. This is Apple's always on display. Thanks to me. Done, shared, and tagged. My man. Okay, cool. I feel like the Pixel 6 Pro video is massively underrated, but it's hardly talked about because the Pixels are largely known for photos. The gap between the iPhone 13 Pro video is slim. I disagree. Sorry, Baba, I disagree because as someone that has thoroughly done a camera test with the Pixel 6 Pro, it's the difference is huge in my opinion. Here's why. The Pixel 6 Pro can't shoot 4K 60 on a selfie camera. It can only shoot 4K 30 and 1080p 60. 4K 60 is still limited to the main camera at the back, but you can't shoot on the zoom or the ultra wide. The lens doesn't smooth out when you're switching that easily. One, true. Second, you don't have video portrait mode. You don't have a macro mode. In terms of video stabilization is good, but there's exposure pulsing that occurs. It adds up where it is the best video that we've ever seen on a Pixel device compared to the iPhone and where Apple are right now. We'll see what the Pixel 7 and Pixel 7 Pro are saying. But video in particular, compared to the iPhone, I'm sorry, in my personal opinion, image quality, features, and what it can do across the board, the fact that the iPhone can shoot ProRes, it's in a different league. Do you mean the Asus 6D Ultimate, the 6K battery? I believe so. Tom's guy did a battery test and the ROG phone already lasted longer. Okay, interesting. Maybe based on their methodology. While your opinions on the eSIM, boy, it's an eSIM world and USA are just living in it. Not us. We still got a SIM card tray for now, so let us enjoy it. eSIM only. You lot are they crazy. You're mad. How you fix it? I made a short video, man. Go on the channel. Follow me on TikTok. I made a short video, quick, easy, 40 seconds. You will have your solution for how to do a truly always on display for Apple. Look. Ooh. That's how you do it always on display. Brilliant. Sheesh. Yes. When is Samsung going to do 4K portrait they do not have a choice but to give us 4K portrait mode on the S23 Ultra. If I don't see that there, big disappointment. Hi, mate. I sold my Galaxy S22 Ultra and that I had since launch. Just heard today that there's still a chance that the Exynos 2300 will come out in some countries. I'm so fed up of Samsung. We do not want Exynos no more. No. No. We need Snapdragon next year. I can't deal with Exynos anymore. Dear Lord, no. We do not need Exynos anymore. Oh, gosh. My mom has the iPhone 12 Pro Max and she says she wants a iPhone. She wants to upgrade. Okay. I mean, 2 years is your minimum that you should be upgrading. So yeah, it's been 2 years. She's gonna upgrade. She's gonna have a ProMotion display, new cameras, better battery life, better 5G, better antennas, dynamic island, new design. So yeah. Pixel 7 better come with some dope ass video. I'm really gonna reserve my expectations on that. I'm not to say that the Tensor G2 and it won't be improvements to video, but I'm just going to reserve my expectations when it comes to video specifically because what Apple have pulled here, it feels like a generational leap above the rest. I don't know. I'm hyped for the Pixel 7 and Pixel 7 Pro, but I for video specifically, expectation down. God damn, the Edge display makes my palm hits and then press enter on the keyboard. Yeah. It's cool. Bro, let's eat Nando's. I'm hungry. Yeah, I mean, we can get food after, bro. We can get food after. We can get food after still. I'm here with Matty Cobbs. So yeah, I've got to look after him first, make sure that he's all right. But yeah, we can get Nando's after, bro. Um, we're pretty much gonna be wrapping up in 15 minutes. We're keeping it strictly to an hour, so definitely share it out to people. We are doing the final Q&A, answering the questions in the chat, and making sure everyone is in a vibe. Yes, hello, Matty Cobbs is in the studio in Love Rove Tech HQ right now. So yes. Saw an article from T3 saying that there will be very minor bumps with the second generation tensor chip. Again, hence why I'm saying for video, if your expectations are here, bring it down. Weird they didn't do Canada or Mexico as well. I'm glad they didn't. Let USA deal with all that mess that Apple wants to do. Sad that I'm gonna knock off my regular SIM card. It's just such a bad move. It's such a bad move. Honestly, it really is such a bad move. eSIM only, such a bad move. And in Puerto Rico, they're neighboring countries to America. Did you try the Motorola 30 Ultra in general? Do you think it's an excellent phone? I haven't. I don't think Motorola likes me after my last review that I did. So yeah, nope. Do you like the air? I mean, I've never owned AirPods, so I can't say. I'm gonna know by Friday and try them out. I'm a tech nerd, so I don't like to wait 2 years. Hey, that's just us. We every month, every 6 months, every whatever, we're switching phones. That's just our life. We live by it. Jimmy Five Drag, you know me, you crazy. I sold my Ultra and I'm not going back. They'll sell the Exynos variant. Cool. I think the Pixel 7 phones won't have much of an upgrade, but the 8 will. Absolutely. I think this is their S variant year. So I'm not saying it's not going to be improved and it's not going to be good. Trust me, I think the Pixel 7 Pro and Pixel 7 are going to be one of contenders for phone of the year. But things like video matching the iPhone, if your expectations are here, again, bring them down. I know. I think the Z Fold 4 is taking a phone of the year. Amazing piece of technology from Samsung. Yes, it is, and I'm biased. I am Team Fold all the way. If you told me to stop reviewing smartphones, pick one phone to use and just keep it moving, it would be a Fold. But phone of the year, not at that price, bruh. Even as good as it is, no. I'm hoping Apple brings back for 15 into what? Okay. Oh no, the SIM card. They ain't bringing it back. They are not bringing no SIM card tray back for you, people. You are living eSIM all the way. I'm sorry. This you guys don't realize that Apple spends more R&D on strategically moving and removing features away and letting you deal with the problem. Or they will solve the problem for you at a cost. Remember the headphone port going away? Guess what solution they solved for you? 2016 was AirPods. That's what Apple does, people. That is their R&D tactic. I dodged my question again, mate. No, I didn't. What question did I dodge? I think, okay, wait. I think the iPhone 10 and think, I have the iPhone 11 and think about switching to the 13 and 13 Pro. Don't know. Yeah. 14 Pro. Just go 14 Pro. 14 Pro. 14 Pro. 14 Pro. 14 Pro. Go for the 14 Pro. If you're coming from the 11 series, go for the 14 Pro. 3 years different. You're going to love it. Same, Jonathan. Very impatient. I'm here. Okay, sorry about the confusion. I heard the space where the SIM card tray used to be is filled with a piece of plastic with no use. Yeah, of course. It's such a waste. The Fold is a dream in a hand, but £1,600 though, exactly. I can't. That price ain't gonna win phone of the year for nobody. I'm sorry. Probably the price of the Oppo Find N or a off Vivo X Fold. I didn't think I'll be enjoying the Flip as much as I do. Still kind of odd Samsung hasn't pushed an update patch both for still July. Yeah, I don't know. They're a bit slow with the foldables, and the Flip is great. We've got the Flip right here as well. Flip 4, baby. Can't wait to see how much the Z Fold 4 will be on Cyber Monday and Black Friday. Absolutely great time to snatch up. So they are going to take away the charger port when they are forced to move away from Lightning as the EU. They will do at least one generation of USB-C before they do that. You can buy refurbished for the Z Fold 4. Personally, I don't trust myself using the inside screen. It is fine, trust me. I'm very tempted to pay £130 to end my Vodafone contract and start which ends. Why would you want to end your Vodafone contract again? I'm not sure why you would want to, but that's up to you. Boom. We've done a quick one. We've done a quick one. 50 minutes on the dot, man. I'm telling you, trying to be efficient with it, and we're trying to also make it nice, rewatchable, and enjoyable for the replay crew. And yeah, this is living on the dynamic island, aka what is really known as the touch bar, and what should have been called the touch bar. This is the touch bar for the iPhone 14 Pro. And my initial conclusion and opinion with it 72 hours later is that it resets the clock for iOS and iPhones almost like what the iPhone 10 did. Not completely, but enough to feel like it's done such a thing. And that's going to leave it into a generation where we're going to see things in development and how it goes. Boom, 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 boom. When's the next live stream? Unless there's any reason, your Monday night, as stated, your Monday night Tech and Chill show Unplugged is always on Monday evening. Usually trying to stream somewhere either on 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. British summertime or GMT Greenwich Mean Time, or in this particular case, in this time zone, it's still GMT +1 or BST. That's when I do. But when there is a special occasion, I tend to try and stream midnight into the next day, UK time, and we probably go 2, 3, 4 hours intensive multi-camera live streams. And if you want reference, go watch the Unpacked one with the Galaxy series across all 5 devices. We went almost 3 hours doing hands-on full testing, showcasing, and reviewing. So yeah, apart from that, it's always going to be stuck on a Monday night, as we like to do, and we keep it flowing, we keep it going. I wish Samsung would do the deep purple color rather than the Bora purple. Bora. I like Bora purple. Bora purple is a proper purple, man. That deep purple is thick. Get an iPhone or Pixel 7 when it comes out, just under a month, Ben. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay. I just wanted to get better context. Yeah, cool. I vibes with that. I don't see a problem with that, especially with the Pixel 7. I don't see a problem with that. My AT&T phone plan is on my family account, but sadly, my mum buys phones on a contract, which I will never do when I switch to another carrier and pay bills myself. Yeah, man, that's always going to be the better way if you've got the money up front to do that. Just wait, Jimmy. Oh, yeah. So it is 4:52 p.m. here in the US Eastern Time. Oh, yes, sir. Okay, so what we have, I've seen, man, I don't think I've made you a moderator, have I? Have I put you as a moderator? Let me add you as a moderator. You are now been knighted as moderator. I've seen problems that appear with new iPhone users. Is it real? Is it because of the first batch? Is always the case. Nothing unusual. Thought we were BST right now, Ben. BST, British Summertime, and GMT +1 is the same. We're going to go back to GMT soon. So we've got Frank here saying, anybody having problems with beta 16.1 GPS on iPhone 14 Pro? I have not put any beta software on my iPhone. Hell no. Just keep it moving. Yes. Are you getting Apple Watch Ultra? I'm getting it in for testing and review. One of my close friends have actually ordered one, so I'm going to use it through him, and I'll test it that way. I'm not a watch person, people. I'm being honest. I'm going to test it and use it from a non-watch person's perspective, using it as a normal smartwatch, which is kind of like, an oxymoron, but I'm doing it for that reason. But I'm not a watch person. I've been wanting to try the Pixel since the 6. This is your time. Go for it. Wonder how it compares to the 5 Pro. Yes, I do have the Watch 5 Pro, and I'll do that comparison. GMT is the clocks go back, though. Yes. Whew. Has anyone had issues on One UI 5 beta where their device freezes? Oh, yes. That's just part of the beta program and beta software. You look hungry, Ben. Go and eat. Of course, we're going to munch. We are going to munch. Our Banando's closes at 10, though. So, well, we can't. Anyway, I have the original Galaxy Watch 1 with the 46mm size, and I definitely want to upgrade to the Apple Watch 8 Plus, whatever they call it, with the biggest size because I have thick arms. Just go for the Watch Ultra then. Watch Ultra thick like Kim K. You lot are buck wild, I swear down. What an amazing Monday Night Tech and Chill Show Unplugged stream. Oh my goodness. We are currently sitting at 71 concurrent viewers. As we've been keeping things consistent, man, the viewership has been really coming in and it's been really encouraging for me to be seeing, man. Let's get up to triple digits. We're building up to that consistently, even without it being a special occasion stream. And I hope you've enjoyed my analysis, my take, my 72 hours later with the iPhone 14 Pro, living on the dynamic island, aka the touch bar, and surfing it all the way around. Yep. Watch out for more camera comparisons. Watch out for more individual reviews. Watch out for more comparisons across the board. We are going balls deep all the way up into the end of the month, and we're going to transition over. But for now, it's iPhone season, baby, and we got a lot coming in. We got a lot going on. Dead. Had this happen to be the last about 2-3 hours and had to hold a power button along with one of the volume buttons, and thankfully it fixed it. Yep. It's the non-niceties of beta software. People, we are pretty much going to be wrapping up and wrapping in and getting it done and getting going and getting good. Thank you for tuning in to the Monday Night Tech and Chill Show Unplugged. I really, really appreciate your time. I hope you're all safe during this time. And again, I will catch you in the next one. Peace.